Hey.
Hello
Yo.
there.
What do you do, baby?
My nightmare. Shout out.
Why
you looking
are what is with that depressing kind of
I was saying hello to everybody. It's the season. So
I don't like how you were saying hello. I'm gonna need you to start that over.
We'll have Halloween on Christmas. What you mean?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And in the night, we'll wish this never ends. No?
Wish this never
He wasn't
ends.
really a Blink guy when we were growing up.
Y'all were the Blink cats. Yeah.
Blink.
Yeah, you didn't.
All right, never mind.
I think I was still listening to like Green Day or whatever.
Reese was just if it wasn't Slipknot or the Early November, mind your business, bro.
Yo.
Or Nine Inch Nails.
I was accidentally banging Slipknot earlier. I don't know why. I think
that was good stuff right there.
The last time I went to the gym, I know I was listening to Slipknot, and I think my my Apple Music was still on it from the last time I went to the gym.
Okay.
This was before I got sick, and so I went to go drop off some mail, and the radio was playing something I didn't care about. So I hit media, and Slipknot just came on. In my I was just like,
life is good.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah,
life can be good. Life can be good.
Yeah, that was great. And then it got to a point where, y'all ever do this? Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all ever like be listening to an album or something on your way home? Then you get home, but as soon as you park, it like plays a song that you like really love.
Oh, I'll finish the concert right there in the whip.
See, no, I hate that.
I
So
was like, wait a minute.
What I do is I time it so that the song I want to listen to finishes by the time I park the car. I can't be, because I'm like, listen, I want to finish the drive. I want to get out the car. You do have control of that. You hit skip.
Yeah, but like, what if the song you're listening to is a banger?
Yeah, like
you're just gonna skip to the
I'll continue the concert in the crib.
Yo, I pulled up to pause. I was ready to get out, and then it was like, I felt the air rise up in me. I was like, oh no.
You gotta stay.
Lowered put the windows down and just moshed in my car. I was like, nah.
My man said,
that's definitely windows down music all day. I don't care what nobody. That's windows down music.
Yeah, I had to crank that. That was great.
You make it sound like that happens to you all the time.
No, I mean, sometimes, you know, as soon as you park, it just plays like that song. Like you really want to hear that. I mean, you could go upstairs and like play the song again, but it's in that moment. Plus the car speakers be bumping.
Oh, my car speakers are terrible. So that's why I don't really
for me, it's a completely different vibe when I'm driving. Like music I listen to when I'm driving, I don't always listen to that. Like I'll listen to it later, but if I was just banging Slipknot in the car and I get upstairs to go get some, like to go do something completely different, I'm probably not gonna listen to the same album. I'll like throw on some lo-fi or completely change the vibe. So like I gotta finish the show in the car before I get out.
That's fair. I would still listen to upstairs or downstairs, but it's just it's the moment.
The moment.
Can't ruin the moment, you know?
Yeah, the moment. Yeah.
The moment is there. You just got to finish it. You got to see it through, my boy.
I had those moments in my last car. Like I said, my current car speakers ain't the symphony.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's the difference between like a high school drum band, like a professional drum band, and like me outside with the pots and pans. Like it's not going to sound the same.
Yo, the Wandering Prinny, appreciate the raid. Thanks for the love.
Thank you.
Like if it's a Slipknot ride home, we gotta finish in like Pulse of the Maggots comes on the moment I park. We gotta finish that.
That's what was listening to actually. Oh yeah, you kind of have to listen to that.
Yeah. We gotta finish that.
That's the angriest.
Duality comes on, you gotta finish it.
Yeah.
Duality. That's one of the first songs I should have played. Like, are you listening to the album for the second time? Did you listen to it once and it looped? Like, what happened?
Well, yeah. Well, like I said, like it was already playing because I was at the gym, so I did it. You know what I'm saying? So it was playing again, and so it just came back to Wait and Bleed, and I was just like, oh well.
I mean, since we're here,
since we're here, might as well.
Imagine you're at a live set and they're playing one of the bangers and they're like, oh nah, like we realize we just switched tracks, bro. Like
the
moment what I'm saying? Is gone.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What if they kind of went over a little bit? Their time is up. They just about to stop mid.
No.
mid-weight and bleed and just end
listen.
it?
Your time, the set's up. The next band trying to get on right now. We on a time limit.
Stop! I will riot.
Especially now if you're the headliner. If you're the headliner, bro, the rest of the night's on you. It's on you. Like, or if it's a live show and they restart the track. Oh, bro.
Well, I don't know. Listen, who did it?
Like,
Anthony Green did it. My man said, let me try that again, right in the middle of the track. Like, fam, you can do it. If he could do it, everybody could do it.
I'm pretty sure I saw somebody do a live set, but they forgot the lyrics, so they started over.
It's probably brand new. That's how that sounds like some Jesse Lacey stuff.
Yeah, I feel like it was.
It sounds like some Jesse.
I feel like it was.
I remember y'all talking about that, and it was like, never heard of that a day in my life. You forget your lyrics?
I mean, it's a lot of songs out there. There are a lot of songs out there.
You're right.
A lot of songs out there. But
what y'all do today, though? Yo, Key, I saw you was getting a little too excited over that Tomb Raider today.
Not enough excitement. I was so pumped that he was pumped.
My man really sent us a voice message. You were like, yo, I thought we was friends. Y'all really held out this title. Like, y'all was trying to tell me about this.
No. That's
those
blasphemy, bro. We've been telling you. Well, I've been telling you about those games since I played them.
You was right.
Since I played them. You didn't play them.
I did play them. I played the first one more than he did.
Oh, all right.
Y'all ain't tell me. Y'all ain't never told me.
I'm like, bro, you're gonna love them. They're like Uncharted, but there's some things that are a little better. Some things are not as good, but
there's something. There's things like the fact that you can. All right, so I'm still getting used to that she got no hands. Like, because when I play that game, like it gives me Uncharted, Last of Us type vibes.
Mm-hmm. You don't have a melee weapon?
I'm at the beginning of the game, so the only thing she she got the push. She just like pushes them back, like, you'll get back. She just pushes them back.
Yeah.
Press Y or triangle, whatever, and push them back. And then another thing it doesn't have is like sneak kills. Like, I tried to walk up on somebody and
keep playing the game.
No prompt came up. So I was like, yo, this is different, man. This is like, I'm used to other things. And then, so a lot of times also I'm like pressing L1 to try and like change my weapons out, but that don't work either. It's just pressing directional. So I don't know. It just gives me that vibe, but overall, it has things that I like too. Like, you can loot bodies, which is dope.
Looting bodies is like, I think that's the answer to your question. Like, if you were ever to ask what is the important aspect in a video game, period.
You remember my Dragon Age? Yo. I wrote off Dragon Age and I was like, this is how you loot bodies in this game? Yo. Oh, no, I'm good.
Our whole franchise, because of one aspect. It's kind of crazy.
Good. This game's good. This game's all right. That's a pass.
The Tomb Raider game opens up some more. Like, I don't want to spoil it, but a lot of those things that you're like aren't in it.
Just wait.
That's what I'm noticing.
It's like a skill tree thing. You gotta, like, unlike Uncharted, he's already maxed out on all of his skills, all of his abilities are already 10s. So like, she still gotta level up.
That's another thing that I think is cool though. It's got like this level up system. Like, you're literally, I'm at the so you gain experience points before you even know what the experience points are for. So I'm like literally playing the game. I'm like, and I did something and I seen experience. And I was like, huh? Yo,
it's
what is that?
Final Fantasy 13
in this game? Huh?
It's reverse Final Fantasy 13.
She just hasn't unlocked her potential yet. Be cool.
I'm like, what is that? Like, what is that an achievement? Like, what is that? Yeah. And nobody would do it. They keep playing. They were just like, yo, keep playing.
Keep playing.
The chat was doing it nice. I like how. Yeah,
no, but dude, I love that game. Also, major crush on Lara Croft. Oh dear.
I mean, how can you not?
Oh man, I love her. Lara Croft is amazing. I love her. She is awesome. The game so far is great.
Fantastic.
Great. Like, that's right up that is right up my alley. It is right up my alley. Right up my alley. And yes, Viva, she does have wonderful personalities.
Oh my goodness. And
great.
And according to you, we didn't tell you about this game.
Yeah.
Y'all messed up for not telling me about the game.
Man.
Wrong.
It's like
wrong.
It's like it's literally like its own it's in the middle between Uncharted and Horizon. It's like in the middle. It's right in the middle because there's but it's not so much with the open worlds and all that. Like, not too much crafting and all that stuff, but it's good.
Well, now you have another non-RPG to weave in.
Love that series.
Yeah.
Those 3 games.
No, I'm happy.
Bonkers.
I can already tell that's gonna move up high fast. It's gonna move up high fast. I didn't even know my time was up. I didn't want to get off. I didn't realize my time was up.
Should have just played.
Oh, no.
Hey, it's the moment. If you have nothing else to do, keep going.
Just kept going.
Another thing. Not on Mondays. I can't do that on Mondays.
Finish the Slipknot track. You know what I mean?
See what I mean? You're not even following your own advice. It's kind of crazy.
Another thing is that I am playing on the hardest difficulty, and you can only save at campsites. So that is making it a little tough. Like, yeah.
I didn't have that. I didn't play on hardest diff for none of those.
Yeah. Games. So only camp. So you got to get through the whole part. The whole part. The whole part. If you're trying to shut the game off, you got to get through the whole part. It's crazy.
You like how gruesome the game is too? You know, we don't get too much of that in Uncharted versus what you're about to see.
I don't know.
How you talk about
he saw at the beginning.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, at the very beginning of the game. Like,
that part where you saw Homeboy's leg.
Off. Huh?
When you saw Homeboy's leg.
Yeah, like his like he should have died. I ain't gonna hold you. You saw the bone, bro. That was to the white meat. Like my man's leg.
Wait, if you see the bone, that's it. It's a wrap.
Yeah, that's good. If you see the bone, you out in the wilderness, and she just put some bandages on it, bro. You're dead, bro. Like you're not about to live. That's dead.
You're just dead.
Dead.
No chance. Like,
bro, they didn't cauterize the wound. Nothing. Like my man's. It's to the. You seen the bone, all the white meat, the bone. Like his leg was just out there.
No, I'm just trying to get a ballpark. So if you see bone,
it's a wrap.
Like,
and the white meat, that's death, my boy. You need to get evac to the hospital, or that's death. Like I don't know how you surviving that.
Gotcha.
All right, fine. At least the evac.
Right. Like, all right, there is a way to live. This is what I'm asking.
It's not instant death. I mean, you on a time limit. On a time limit.
Oh my goodness.
It's not instant death. You know what I'm saying? You got a couple secs to get through. You know what I'm saying? Some minutes.
Couple minutes.
Wow.
I'm like, we have whole Olympics with people of all different types, you know, like some of them have no arm, no leg, no nothing.
Yeah, the Paralympics, But
occasions could happen where it has to come off. Yeah.
It might have been the bone, bro.
His leg got eaten by wolves to the bone. Like
I feel like
blood,
you're good.
Man's is dead. Like you're dead, bro. You're out in the wilderness, and she came through with a matter of fact. She left him there on the ground. Like she's like, I gotta go get the med kit. I'll be back. So there was more time where and then when she came back with the med kit, what'd she do? Wrap it up with a Band-Aid. Bro, you're dead. You're dead.
Yo, that leg's probably gotta go. I'll give you. I don't know if he's dead, but they definitely gotta amputate that because if they don't, dead.
Yeah, then dead. Yes. Dead. Like my man stood up on it. It's still good to go.
He's walking on it. No.
Somewhat.
He said they got to the bone.
The ACL may be missing. Like there's a difference between a torn ACL and a missing ACL. Like he was
either way. Neither one will kill you if you get proper healing, you know what I'm saying?
According to Key, you gotta get medvac though. Admit it.
Yeah, quick
evac.
Quick.
Yeah.
ASAP.
But I think it's only a trilogy. I don't think they're gonna do any more, or if they do, that'd be sick. But those 3 games are heaters.
Crystal Dynamics is busy right now, so if it ain't gonna be for a little bit.
Crystal Dynamics made some heat with those games. They really did. They really, really, really did.
So far, loving it. So far, so good.
What's up with you, B? What you do today?
Oh, I am in severe pain at the moment. So I've been
round 2.
Oh, it's round 2, dude. I'm like wearing a lidocaine patch as we speak. Yeah, but it's been good. Just hanging out with the daughter, you know, laying around, trying not to move my head too much. Just chilling. So if you guys see me moving my whole body instead of my head, there's reasons for that.
Hold on. Let me see what's up. Why are you swiveling your whole chair?
So if I go check something for the stream and you see me bust one of these moves, Just be cool, you know. Just everybody be cool. Nah, but it's a good.
My man's
Besides
on
that,
his
it's a good day.
villain chair movement.
Star Drew said, "A leg isn't a heart. You can crawl."
Exactly.
You may die, bro. You should see his leg. You may gonna die. He's dead. I'm sure he's dead. He should have died. He's got that Uncharted health bar.
He got that.
Screen's just
as long as
gray.
you hide behind somewhere for 30 seconds and breathe, you good.
That game is mad Uncharted, bro. Like when it starts off, she gets an arrow through her side, like 2 inches into her belly, and then
she
next cutscene, she walks into a bear trap. She's got bear trapped on her leg. And
this is the first time. See, in the old Tomb Raider, she's already a beast, right? This is the beginning. She's green right now.
Like you see the first time she has to kill somebody, which they told me that I didn't realize like we're playing from like the beginning of her life. That's the first time that she killed somebody. I was like, oh, and like really hurt her, not hurt her, but you know, like
it's an experience.
You just killed somebody.
It affected her.
It's a thing.
Yeah, but
she's a rook right now, so it's good to see that transformation. Like even if you never played the OGs, it's like you don't have to.
You don't have to. This is the origin story right here.
Yeah, the origin story. Did they tell the origin story in the OGs and the originals?
Via like lore and stuff.
Yeah,
but never playable.
I was like, yo, you a beast, and this is what she does.
Got you.
Like when you walk around the mansion, you can see things from her childhood, stuff like that. But you don't really, you can mess around with the butler and all that, but you can't really, there's no like, where did you come from?
Yeah.
Well, they did a good job weaving our little story together.
Well, since we're on the topic of Indiana Jones and treasure hunting and dungeon diving and delving and all that other stuff.
Okay.
There was a movie trailer that came out not too long ago for Key's favorite video game series of all time.
I would say 2. It's probably Elder Scrolls.
Yes.
Okay, one of his favorite series of all time. Uncharted.
Ooh. Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg are the stars of this thing.
Don't forget Antonio Banderas, my boy.
I know he's in it. I just meant the leads. But Antonio Banderas is in there.
You can't leave out Mr. Ponytail. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
Listen,
Antonio Banderas is in it too.
This was wild learning about, because I'm a late entrant into the Uncharted world. As we was doing our streams, I've actually played through the first 3 Uncharted games. I'm in the middle, near end of the 4th one right now. I still pretty much remember everything. So it's actually cool for me to have the lore to finally be able to appreciate this movie to its fullest extent.
Yeah, because there's going to be some things that are from the game that you're like, nice Easter eggs. But like, this is an origin story, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
like, this is an origin story.
It's from when he was a child, but they put scenes in it from across different games. Like the plane cargo scene. That's
that's from
one.
3.
The plane cargo scene. That's from Uncharted 3. And then they had the auction scene, which is from Uncharted 4.
4?
That's 4.
Okay, there was okay.
The auction scene, in Uncharted 4.
Oh,
it's
got at the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just saw him, Antonio Banderas.
Listen. And
stop playing, boy.
While we're over here debating the timeline of events between the numbered games, the movie itself, its development has quite the timeline itself.
Woo.
We've talked about this in video games a number of times. A term, development hell.
Yeah.
So something starts, you everything looks like it's going swimmingly, and then things happen.
Oh yeah.
And let me tell you, this movie has gone through development hell since October 2008, when it was initially announced that it was even a thing.
It's crazy that it became a thing after the first game. The first game came out, it was like, we need a film.
It's a movie.
It literally is.
To answer you guys' question, that's my second favorite PlayStation series game. And like, It's a movie. It is a playable movie. In my opinion, it's the best mix between gameplay, which you know what I'm saying, playing the game, and like cutscenes and like movie stuff, action going on. And bro, it's a movie. It was only right that it gets something.
Yeah,
a
it's
movie
literally
turned into
like
a movie.
I was watching a podcast on IGN, and they were literally like, they mastered the action, like putting an action movie in a video, like as a video game. Like not an anthology, not something with like a bunch of lore, like a Metal Gear, something. Literally just a summer blockbuster. They mastered the game version of a summer blockbuster movie, like an Indiana Jones, etc. They did a good job. It slaps. Like it's like super tongue in cheek. Like it's super easy to like love the main character. Like you know he's gonna win, but it's like all the falls and all the falls,
all the nerve wracking, the heart wrenching. Mm-hmm.
It's predictable, but in the best ways. You know what I mean? It's like it's so good. Like
you predict it, but you'll still be like, oh, and things like that. It's crazy.
Things gonna happen, but snap!
Right?
It's still good. It's so good.
Like the whole train dangling thing. At this point, I've played 2 whole Uncharted games of like typical Uncharted, but dang, he's hanging from a train on the top of the Swiss Alps, and it's crazy.
Yeah. By the time I got to 3, I was like, all right, like we know he's about to be dangling for his life somewhere. It was about the near-death situation, but it was still like, oh snap, near-death situation.
The fall.
And so, like the success of that series, like we go back to the Tomb Raider thing real quick. It made it okay to be like, we can just do an action movie. Like it's okay if like there's no ammo count, or like if they like super slam themselves against a rock, like they just get up. They're action heroes. They're just gonna get up, man.
Just gonna get up. So you would think all this praise we're heaping on them about how they've portrayed a movie in a video game, you would think they'll be able to portray a movie in a movie. Like you've done this numerous times at this point. So how hard could it be? Well, according to this timeline, extremely hard.
Yeah.
Let's run through the timeline really quick because it actually is quite extensive. I said, October 2008, it's announced. Uncharted, the game's a banger. We want to make a movie out of it. It took them a couple years to actually finally find a director. So in October 2010, the first director, David O. Russell, signs on.
I was going to say, it must have been a different director than the one we got now.
Yeah.
Wait till we get there. So the first director signs on. 7 months later, he drops out.
Oh.
I'm guessing there was a conflict of interest.
I was just going to ask, were there any reasons why? Were there any statements come out there?
For some of these, there will be. For others, it was like, they just assumed it was creative differences and things like that.
Okay.
It's always creative differences for the most part.
So 7 months later, he dropped out. 2 months later, they were lucky enough to find another director, Neil Burger. He directed the movie Limitless, for anyone who has
there you go.
Relatively extensive.
I love that movie Limitless. Let me tell you, I even watched the TV show, like the first 2 seasons. I think it got canceled after the first 2 seasons, actually. But I love that movie though. Limitless was my joint.
So I never watched the show, but the movie was a banger.
So keep track. We're on our second director and our first script rewrite.
Oh.
With this switch, we almost lost Mark Wahlberg. So at this point, Mark Wahlberg is supposed to be Nathan Drake.
I remember that.
Keep this in mind also. So Neil Burger, he sticks around for 13 months. So a year and a month, he drops out. They then brought in more writers to rewrite the script for the second time. They dropped out months later.
Whoa, wait. You bring people in to rewrite the script. They start and then dip.
And then
What is this script?
There's some conflict with this script.
So right now, August 2013, we ain't got no director. We've gone through 2 script rewrites. Sony's getting a little desperate. So in June 2013, they actually asked the comedy duo Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg to rewrite the script. And it wasn't just once. They asked them multiple times.
Wow, because they wanted it to be funny.
They was just looking for someone with some creative interest to get to at this point.
Gotcha.
And they declined every single time. Rogan wasn't really a fan of the whole Indiana Jones style, because it's just like, okay, it's just going to be the same as every other Indiana Jones movie that's out there. And he said, if it wasn't Indiana Jones, they probably would have been on board.
Got you.
It's 18 months before they finally hit their third director in Seth Gordon, director of Horrible Bosses. Good thing about this is this Seth Gordon actually directed the 2007 Donkey Kong documentary. I don't know if either one of y'all got to see that.
I didn't even know that existed.
No. Now I'm super stoked on that.
Really
I didn't know it existed.
Interesting documentary about these two guys and how they're challenged to get the highest score on the Donkey Kong arcade machines. And there's some controversy in that joint too. It's a really good watch, actually. That's crazy that I watched something that y'all didn't.
It shall be watched. I didn't know it existed either.
So yeah, 18 months later, they got Seth Gordon. He's director number 3. The writer for Bad Boys, David Guggenheim, was brought in also. This is the third script rewrite.
Yo, Mark Wahlberg must be heated right now.
Mark Wahlberg must be heated because in November 2014, Chris Pratt had declined the role to be Nathan Drake.
I remember that.
So now there's no Nathan Drake.
Mm-hmm.
In April 2015, Sony Pictures was hacked. I know this was a long time ago, but this was one of the biggest hacks of back then. The new script from that new director that just came on was leaked, all 124 pages. So now we know what the movie's about.
Right. Ain't no plot twist now.
Ain't no plot twist now. We learned that they were trying to pay Mark Wahlberg $15 million to try to reprise Drake because I guess he lost interest in the role with everything that's happened. It's been 7 years now and nothing's happening.
Bro, he done blocked a strike from a transformer, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, with his bare hand. Bro, it's like, what's he doing? Like, he's already passed it now.
And with his script leak, Guggenheim leaves after 14 months.
Wow.
So we still have we still have a director, but we've lost our script now. Until June 2015 when the director does leave. This one actually was due to creative direction. And some of the budget for the film had gotten cut, which I'm not surprised. It's been 7 years.
It's been in limbo
and
for so long.
He wasn't a fan of the changes. October 2016, 14 months later, Tom Rothman, I'm sorry, not Tom Rothman, Joe Carnahan is rewriting the script, the 4th script rewrite. Sean Levy, the director of Stranger Things, is now the director of this movie.
Boom.
May 2017, Tom Holland is finally Nathan Drake.
Let's go.
They're rewriting the script a 5th time.
Mandatory. Knew that was coming.
December 2018, a little less than 2 years after he came on, Levy left this video game movie, Uncharted, to go work on another video game movie, Free Guy, the Ryan Reynolds movie.
Ah, the one that just came out.
Which actually released.
Yo, he had to go re-up, go get some more paper real quick. He's like, 'cause this thing's never coming out.
So that one was scheduling conflict, which caused him to leave, actually.
Gotcha.
So in April 2019, half a year later, Dan Trachtenberg is the director. They're now on their 5th director after 7 years. June of that year, they hired 2 more writers to rewrite the script a 6th time. These 2 writers have no previous major writing credits to their name. So now we have 2. Previously, we've gotten named writers to like write the script. Yeah. Now we have these people that have no experience whatsoever. And Sony finally gives the very first release date at everything that's finally happened. They said December 18th, 2020, this movie's coming out. August of the previous year, their 5th director leaves. 2 months later, Travis Knight, known for directing the Transformers movie Bumblebee, is the director now. November of that year, Mark Wahlberg decides to do Sully. 1 month later, Travis Knight leaves.
Yeah, peace out.
Because he's working on the Spider-Man movie that came out summer this year.
This is nuts.
And then the last updates, because COVID took over in March 2020, Antonio Banderas joined the script. We don't know exactly who he is, but man.
He's been through some turmoil.
And then March 2020, COVID hit, and then everything's been delayed since then.
Yeah.
Until this trailer.
And the director's changed again, didn't it?
The director's changed again, but I didn't see any news on that.
Ruben Fleischer that did.
He's done some heat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's done some heat.
He did Zombieland.
Yeah, he did Zombieland. I know he did Venom. He did another
y'all
banger.
Got that lore. You just name this, that, this. I'm like, man, I got to look these things up.
Yeah,
I know he did. I just know he did Zombieland, and he also said he made the movie for both hardcore fans and those that are unfamiliar with the franchise.
You know, you got to do that.
That's clearly evident from the trailer.
Yeah.
Like we was able to point out scenes from the movie and then other stuff too.
That are in.
It's
scenes from the movie that are in the games. Although I don't know, it's still weird that they did it across all. I guess it's its own origins, or it's got to be its own origin story, because it's there's scenes in it from across other games. But it's dope to have like the Easter eggs from the game. So if you played the games, then you'll see it, you'll know, and be like, oh snap, that's super dope. Of course, he got his sick Parvis Magna ring or necklace ring. But one thing is a little disturbing, weird, strange, and I don't know why they
I want to hear this.
I
don't know why they went with this. Why doesn't Sully have a mustache? Where's Sully's mustache? What's going on with
this?
My
man is concerned.
Yo, he has a signature mustache. Sully has a signature look that he literally has had since them two first met. Like even in Uncharted 3, when they were kids.
Yeah, and they showed you when he was younger.
They showed when Drake was a kid, and they showed Sully as a younger kid. He's got a stash, and he has no stash. Like, why did they go with this design? I'm confused.
The only thing I can think of is either Mark Wahlberg didn't want to do it, or he was contracted to do something somewhere else where he had to keep a clean sheet.
He had to be,
That's the only two things I can think of, because you gotta have that. Like, you know what I mean? You gotta have.
I mean,
Ash, how are you, Sully?
You could have gave him a fake one. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say, give him a glue joint. Yeah.
He looks like Drake's older brother. That's not Sully. You know what I mean?
Like, said he looks like.
That's not Sully. That's not my Sully.
And they start off with Sam in the trailer. Like they talk about Sam right away.
They do.
So it's so it's definitely feels like they're doing like an MCO kind of thing, like where it's their own thing. We have the source material, like you're gonna see those characters, but we had to finagle it to make it work for us. And it's been 6 rewrites and 8 directors and all that.
Literally 6 rewrites, 8 directors.
But
y'all better be lucky Mark Wahlberg's even still on this joint.
But where's the stash?
Uncle Wahlberg, bro? From my hood to your hood, we from the same neighborhood, bro. Literally. How you not gonna do the stash, dog?
Really?
Come on,
literally,
you are Sully. You have a stash.
And I get it.
See, now y'all bought. Now it's it
works out. It works out. Like, he's an action hero who's, he's getting a little older and he's still doing his thing. And Tom Holland is coming up. Like, he's the new breed, Like, he can free run and he's an athlete, Yeah. And it's
Tom Holland is in high demand.
Bro, he's like, and it's like, all right, like, you're the mentor to the new guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where the stash?
Play the whole role through. You're supposed to be a method actor. Play the whole role through, man. The stash, the signature. If you put a cigar in your mouth, it ain't gonna mean nothing. How you gonna have the Southern cigar?
You're gonna just
stash? It's not. It don't make sense.
Yeah, it's definitely not the same. It's definitely that's gonna be something that it'll always be in the back of my head. I hope at the end like they go to like, oh, like there's like a flash forward or something to like the beginning of the next movie, and he got the stash, that would make my day.
Because he got the stash and cigar at the end of the movie. That would be super sick.
Because like, it is their lore, so they can be like, oh, he grows the stash after they meet. It's whatever. The man need a stash by the second film, bro.
They got to do some retcon, yeah.
They did do something in I didn't watch the movie. I only watched the trailers, but in Sonic, Robotnik was Jim Carrey, like super skinny throughout the whole trailer, because I did not see the movie. Super skinny in the trailer, but at the end of it, he looked like Robotnik. He had this the eyebrows, the big stash, and all of that going on.
And it was like they did a how he became, you know what I'm saying? Like they did a how, and it was like, oh, by the end of it, it fit the image, you know.
Now he's Robotnik, so hopefully he becomes Sully, but because right now he's looking more like Sam,
right?
You know what I mean?
No, he's Victor. Just call him Victor, and then he'll evolve into Sully.
Yo, that's Victor.
That's Victor.
Yo, Victor's in the film. Yo, I don't know without that stash, bro. It might be Victor.
That's Victor. Same thing on the pitch. When the goat is acting up, he's Henry. And then when it's the same thing, man. You gotta let him grow into it. But that mustache was not bothering me until y'all said something. Now it's on
your mind, right?
Why y'all have to because I was already a little off about Drake not having Drake's voice. Like that's something I can get over, but that was like the one thing that was kind of
when it was first announced that Tom now this is before I even knew it was like his childhood. When it was or like going back, like a kind of a prequel to him, to the Drake we know. When it was first announced that Tom was Drake, I made the biggest frown, scrunched up face. I remember. Tom. First of all, he's like scrawny. He's like 5'8". Like what, Tom? You know what I mean? And like Drake's like this big chiseled like jokester. He doesn't have the look. Like why Tom? But it makes sense. It makes sense now. Like he's a kid.
But now
when you saw the tweet that came out from Tom Holland, and he was like, "Hey everybody, I'm Nate," and he's like dressed in the proper garb. How did you feel then?
Well, I mean, by then I believe I knew that it was like the prequel to like the story. He was a child. Yeah. Because if you was still to tell me that he was adult Drake, I'd be like, no, bro. I'd still say no.
Right.
But now that I know this is like kid Drake, like even though he doesn't fit adult Drake, like he is still Drake. Like he has played Spider-Man, so he can do like the funny quip, whatever, because Drake has that. And he's also super acrobatic. Like he can, as an actor, he can do all those stunts. He's a really good Drake. Really good Drake.
Right.
I actually didn't see this tweet.
What?
This one right here. Yeah.
Like looking at him, like his initial stature, like he fits Spider-Man perfectly, but not Nathan Drake.
You know, like, not Drake, like not Drake.
That's that movie magic.
I remember
when like people thought like Tom Cruise was a really tall person, and they're like, nah, he's like 5'6". It was like, what? But because he's the main character in the Mission Impossible series, he looks like he looks like he's 6'1", but it's not the case.
That's why when you say Chris Pratt as Drake, I was like,
it might could. But
yeah, I don't know.
Well, they grabbed him for the similar reasons of like he can be serious, but he's also super funny.
Right.
Like he's.
That's why I was like, maybe I can see Pratt as Drake. Yeah, I just don't know how it's like. How acrobatic he is or anything like that.
It would have been a stunt double. Like a stunt
there would have been a stunt double.
There's a stunt double, but Tom Holland can do a double backflip. You know what I mean? It's different. It's different. He's a gymnast for real. So like it's different. It's different. Like, no, what you mean? Bro, when you look at Jackie Chan, the first thing you always think of is that, wow, that man really did all that stuff when you watch
he doesn't own
everything.
When you watch Rumble in the Bronx, it's like, yo, that's him jumping out of that window. That's him doing all that stuff.
Crazy.
So like when you see Tom and it's not CGI, he's most likely doing most of that. And it's so cool. It's the coolest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's too scrawny right here. I don't know.
Yeah,
he has a smaller stature.
Yeah,
let's just call the man scrawny.
Boy, scrawny.
Smaller stature.
Boy, scrawny.
Than say Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
His stature definitely does not fit that of what Drake's stature is.
They are definitely of different stature.
Different statures.
Different statures for sure.
But
absolutely.
Aside from all of that, I mean, the trailer looked heat.
Oh yeah, I'm hyped for this thing, bro. This is a day one watch. I'm so stoked for this.
Oh yeah, what? Stop playing with me. No, I saw it.
Not even get there, yo. We're just critiquing. We didn't even get to the.
I seen it. I was like, oh yeah, we in there. Yo, another thing that could be cool though.
Mm-hmm. No, go ahead.
Oh, my B. Another thing.
That was gold.
Okay.
Another thing that could be cool is that they're gonna grow together if they do multiple movies.
That's what I was. That was like my last point. Where I like when I was asking about. I'm like, all right, like the Christian Bales of the world are like method actors. I'm like, if he really wanted to, he could put on the weight to do. You know what I mean? Like to do just to be a little bigger. In like 4 years from now, 5 years from now, like he'll look a little older, have a little grizzle. You know what I mean? And so when it's Uncharted, I feel like they could grow into that. Like it could become like this could become a series. Now it's coming out, I think just before or just after Indiana Jones 5. Indiana Jones 5 is finally coming after 1,000 million years. And
let's take a look at that.
So it's like one series has a chance to put itself to bed, and this series has a chance to start fresh.
From the ashes.
Yeah.
The Uncharted movie is slated for February of this coming year, February 18th. IJ5 isn't until June of next year.
Okay.
Oh, so
that's good.
So you got some time.
So you got some time, right? It's got some time to marinate, which is perfect. Yeah. Do you feel that Nathan Drake is maybe not our generation, because maybe we're like split, but the next generation's Indiana Jones because they haven't seen Indiana Jones?
You see, I never really watched the Indiana Jones movies. I haven't seen them all. I just saw like bits, pieces of them, all that. But I mean, yeah, you could definitely make that honestly, that comparison is undeniable. Yeah. But like, I have a question.
Yeah, I have an answer.
Well, okay, this one, Uncharted and Indiana Jones are definitely close. But like, what about, are all treasure hunting movies like? Can you go back? Will you compare it to Indiana Jones, like National Treasure? I think that's the name of the movie.
That's the one.
I wouldn't consider that one. I mean, I feel like National Treasure is more like Uncharted could be considered closer to that because of the way, he's putting things together, and like he's the history buff. Yeah. In that regard, as opposed to Indiana Jones is just like, yo man, we gonna go get that. And it's just
gonna go get that.
Yeah.
But Uncharted gets a lot of comparisons to Indiana Jones.
Oh, absolutely, because of the action side. Like National Treasure didn't have a ton of action. It was more like, the mystery and the puzzles. Yeah, like it was the puzzles. It didn't have the puzzles and the high octane action and all of that. Like there might have been like one shooting scene at the end or near the middle end, but it wasn't like out the gate. Tom Holland falling out of a plane. He's doing a backflip while he's shooting the pistol. He's gonna slam into the rocks while he's trying to get away. Like it's gonna be from top to bottom. There's gonna be action scene, some little quest stuff to catch you up in the story, giant action scene. So, but I would say that these movies, like going forward, like, dude, they even have the similar garb. They even wear the same stuff. Like it's
like the brownish tattered type clothing.
If I'm not wrong, I think Naughty Dog even like gave a shout out to the Indiana Jones character for this series. Like it's undeniable. Like there's no way that you would see us and not think about that.
What separates these two from Tomb Raider?
Probably not much. Probably nothing.
I just feel like
probably nothing. It's just the way that she looks is obviously completely different. You know, like she wears it different. So like when I saw Drake, I was like, oh, Indiana Jones, like on the cover, like literally, I saw him. He had the tattered off-white shirt with the brown gun holsters and like the dark pants. I'm like, yo, that's just him without the hat on. Like he just doesn't have on his hat.
But now we have Tomb Raider who does the same exact thing, but since it's a different looking character,
Yeah.
you don't relate Tomb Raider to Indiana Jones.
Yeah. But like we should.
Yeah.
Definitely should, without a shadow of a doubt. Like we definitely should.
So I mean,
like,
they could.
No,
I was just saying, like we've always had Tomb Raider movies because we used to have old girl who used to look like the old school Tomb Raider.
Angelina Jolie.
What's her name? Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
Who played a really good Tomb Raider. I actually watched. I think how many movies did she do? 2?
Yeah. She was good. The scripts were bad.
I know I saw one of the movies. Yeah. I enjoyed it.
I didn't like the movies. The action scenes are always fun because I love action. But the
plots were they were mad.
I mean, a lot of the video game movies back then were really, really atrocious.
Yeah,
Spirits Within, Resident
I don't
Evil.
know. I enjoy. I don't remember the first movie whatsoever. I just remember enjoying. Like I just remember how I felt after watching it, and I was like, "Oh, nice, Lara Croft."
I remember how I felt seeing that character on the screen made me feel so good though. Like seeing a video game character be on the big screen by a giant, huge actor of the era. Like it made me feel like, yo, like this is here to stay and people are catching on. Like people are figuring it out that like games are dope. Like it's not just something that people do like behind the closed doors and then you grow out of it. Like this is a thing. It's culture.
When I saw it, I was like, "Oh, this is such a good pick. They look so much alike."
Yeah, man, it's super cool. And now we have like this generation's Tomb Raider. You know what I mean? Like in terms of just gaming, like Drake is that. Like Drake took up the mantle and became the poster boy for like action treasure hunter games.
Hunting,
like,
yeah.
Like he took over.
Now,
if
how
they
far
start
are they
making
gonna
a lot
go
of
with
movies, if they start making a lot of movies moving forward, that Uncharted could be the next generation's Indiana Jones, like for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
I really think that's a strong possibility. I mean, Harrison Ford is 82.
My man's is up there.
He's like 72 or 82, something like that. And
Harrison Ford is 79.
79. Okay. Wow. So like,
he's tall
and the
too,
series is named Indiana Jones. You know what I mean? It's not like Naughty Dog has the creative power to do whatever they want. Like, I know you didn't play what's the name of that?
Lost Legacy?
Yeah, I know you didn't play Lost Legacy, but it proved that the formula that they created for Uncharted is so good that you don't need Drake. We love Drake. We want Drake all the time. But like, it's so good. Like the formula that they created with the treasure hunting and the comedy and the action all rolled up in this whole action adventure. They do it so well that like they can do whatever they want with the series. Like it's going to be so hard for them to miss.
You think so?
Just keep knocking. Bro, the Lost Legacy did so well. People like there's points in that game where like you forget that you don't miss Drake. At least I didn't. Like playing the game, it was like it was so fluid, it was so fun, and the two main characters and they plays like the play styles and all that. It's so fun. Like it makes like it didn't feel like there was a void missing.
Like with MGS2 and how you wanted to play with Snake instead of Raiden.
Yeah, I mean the character difference in that was complete. Solid Snake is Solid Snake, and Raiden in that game was.
And he was a buster in that game. Oh my god,
he was a herb bomb, as they say.
A whole herb bomb.
Yeah, he was a herb bomb.
Why couldn't we keep that word buried?
That was a very interesting take to go from Snake to Jake.
Yeah, that was a herb bomb. But
that's
like
a pass for me.
The characters, like the two characters, fill his one role. You know what I mean? Like there's like one that's kind of serious and one's kind of jokey, and they get together, and it just becomes this journey. You get locked in with these characters, and it's like they were talking. It was a Naughty Dog thing I was watching, and they were talking about that. Like now that they've kind of ended his character, he's not dead or anything, but they're like, it's called Uncharted because we can literally do anything.
Yeah,
go anywhere with it.
This is true.
Cool. I'm a mega fan of the series, man, and
I'm a
Lost Legacy was
relatively new fan of the series.
Cool to let me know, like, all right, I can back this without Nathan Drake, like, you know what I mean?
Like, there's still stuff we can do.
I talked to somebody earlier today, and they told me they didn't like the game, but I don't really talk to nobody. I don't talk to nobody about that game, so you're the only person that told me you love it, and they're the only person that told me they didn't like it. So that's the only, and I haven't even seen the game yet. So I definitely need to give it. I need to.
You played 4, right?
Yeah.
Then you seen the game. It's the same engine. It's the same engine.
Yeah, I mean, no,
I know what you mean. I'm messing.
But yeah, I definitely got to check that game out just so I can finally say. First of all, so I can finally say I beat all the games, so you can start bullying me.
I mean, you only do it to yourself.
You ain't beat all the games. You ain't beat all the games.
You ain't beat all the games.
So like, it's still lore because Sam's in the game. You know what I mean? Like Sam's in the game.
Oh.
So it's still, you know what I mean?
Got you. I got you. Yeah. I gotta beat him. Well, if that's the case, there's a game that I need y'all to check out.
Okay.
Oh.
Damn. Today, right? During stream, was talking about, I had a question about RPGs or whatever, but then somebody told me that they loved Far Cry 3. And y'all know how I feel about Far Cry 3. So I was doing my thing. I was going in. I was like, nah,
oh my goodness.
Far Cry 2 is better because A, B, all the way through Z. You know what I'm saying?
You see my tattoo, right? So because of this tattoo, I got powers now. You know what I mean? I got abilities.
In Far Cry 3, you get abilities, you get tattoos, and mind you, you don't just have a tattoo. And you know what I'm saying? Like the tattoo like grows in the more abilities you get. Ain't no tattoo artist around, by the way. It just happens. Bro, it's crazy. That
like
game
they feel like Sappy came in the building, hooked you up, gave you powers or something. Like, nah, bro.
That's you just get powers. I was going in on that game.
Yeah. Not a big fan of that game.
And then they told me I would like Days Gone. I'm like, nah, that game is
Days Gone is mid, bro.
I was like, I seen that. My homie tried to get me to play it. Nah. And then shout out to SLP, aka Stash the Panda. Actually, I did that backwards. Stash the Panda, aka SLP. He was like,
spread love and peace.
Check out this game, SCUM. You would love it.
SCUM.
And I was like, SCUM. Yeah. What is that?
I need to see this.
The game is crazy. First of all, it looks like PUBG. Like it looks like a PUBG type game. It's like PUBG meets like Rust or like 7 Days to Die, something
is that
like
a
that.
Shark?
Bro, listen.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wait, what's going on?
It's so interesting. But the thing about the game is it's in depth. It's so in depth what you do in that game.
This is huge. It looks massive.
This is looking like a better 7 Days. Just like, you know, instead of zombies,
it's definitely a better 7 Days.
Yo, when this come out?
This is fresh. Yeah.
So it was first announced in 2016.
Yo,
it was first announced in 2016.
Okay.
And then it officially hit Steam in 2018 as early access.
Of course.
And it's still in early access. It was supposed to release this year. It's at 0.6, so it's like about halfway done. But the amount of in-depth, bro, so you can build your character like how you want to build him.
Yeah.
But the stature matters. Like if you build a chubby character, the skinny character will outrun the chubby character.
Oh, good.
But you can carry more in your backpack off rip.
Most likely, yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Super in depth. Like it does. And then they have inertia. So like you can turn this on and off. Everybody was, when we was watching, it was like, why would you turn it off? It's just more realistic. But like it has like you can turn it on and off to where the character will like in real and how in real life, if you run one way really fast at max speed, you kind of gotta like stutter step to stop.
Yep.
Or if you turn it off, like the character would just stop, like immediately, just stop moving. So stuff like that, like realistic running. I love from games left that have right.
That. Yeah, you gotta have that.
It's a lot. It goes really, really in depth, and it's really freaking cool. And I was just like, yo, the game was published and developed by a company called Gamepires. And I never seen this game before, but
me either, dude. SCUM.
So,
I was
fam.
Like, this is right up my alley. I was like, Stash, yes.
Seriously, this looks sick. Now,
so yeah, Little Mac, I heard SCUM is fire. Okay.
There you go.
Oh, Lil Mac, you've heard of it. So Lil Mac Jr. says, I heard SCUM is fire. Yeah, dude, it looks really, really good. Like something I could play. It's like PUBG meets 7 Days to Die, if you've ever played 7 Days to Die.
This is what we've been asking for, it looks like, honestly.
I love the third person.
And the only thing I don't know,
like, oh man,
yeah, with the lean there, it's pretty fresh. Yeah,
I just don't know if it has like any kind of like objectives.
That's my question.
Yeah, or anything like that.
That was literally my question before I got distracted by the third person. Run up to the lean over to the side.
Yeah,
okay.
that is essential.
Yeah. Dude,
it's one of the things 7D2D is missing is objectives.
I tell you, this game got a lot of buttons. I'm telling you right now.
Yo, it's a PC game.
This game got mad buttons. Oh wait, did he just poop?
That's what it was looking like. It looked like he took a squat real quick, right?
Yeah, yo, this
so you gotta hydrate and use the restroom.
It's detailed. What? It's quite detailed.
I like
hit
that
you with bro. You got to use the restroom meter? Like, what's that called?
Look, there was a toilet icon. You saw that, right?
Meter.
Yo, what is that called? Like you have a hunger meter, right? There's usually a
waste meter. Let's just call it
indicator for
a waste meter.
A waste indicator.
Probably like, hey, yo,
I gotta use it, bro. Meter, like
we maxed.
That's pretty cool.
But this is so this is on Steam?
It's on Steam. It's $35 on Steam.
Reese about to get it today.
Ooh, $35 though.
He's so stoked.
$35 though. I'm about to put on the wish list.
There's harvesting in it and whatnot. It's literally like
this game definitely looks worth $35 though.
Yeah. Oh, it's PUBG meets 7 Days to Die. We put 150 hours into 7 Days to Die.
We put like 400 hours into 7 days. I'll put like 1,000 into this.
The console hours as well. Yeah.
Pros.
Yeah. This is on the wish list.
This is cool. Oh, I would love to see if they have
I want to see the cons really quick before we
and things when it gets to like 1.0 or whatever.
The official release. Yeah.
Yeah. Because like this is something I could play. Like it reminds me of like something like Breakpoint. Like we've been playing Breakpoint. Like this looks so fun. This looks right up my alley.
Yeah.
So look, we see all these pros here: in-depth realism, many innovative gameplay mechanics, gunplay smooth, metabolism system, and apparently a Call of Duty mechanic.
It's the metabolism system. That's what she was talking about.
Let's see the cons. Cheaters on official servers, susceptible to lag. Melee combat is a bit rough. And that's all he put for cons.
It looks fun.
I mean, cheaters,
the game looks great.
Can't really do anything about cheaters, especially.
Cheaters are always.
Can't do anything about that, but a little bit of lag I can deal with, and whatever. But yeah, that does look fun as hell.
Yeah,
I definitely want to play that. It's on the wish list, so once it's at a more reasonable price, I got you.
It piqued my interest right when I saw it. I was like, "Oh, Stash, yes, thank you." Appreciate.
You definitely know how we get down around these parts. That's a game right there. That looks fun. That's a game I would check out in a heartbeat. I mean, like I just started playing 76. I always thought I would play 76. if Fallout 76, if they ever fixed a ton of the bugs and added NPCs, and they've allegedly done all these overhauls. Everyone's been telling me, yo, they changed it. So I'm checking it out.
Man said
How's it been
allegedly,
treating
like
you
the
so
patch
far?
notes ain't right there.
So far, so good. So far, so good. Like, I just love that, like, now there's NPCs and quests and things to do besides just survive. Like, there's other stuff to do.
I'm all
so
about
it's
to
like,
survive.
it's fun.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
like you be walking somewhere and someone's like, hey, like, let me talk to you real quick. You go talk to them. It does the patented Bethesda zoom in on the person, the dialogue and the choices and the talk. I'm like, okay, this I can play.
See, it makes sense now because, you know, 76. When did it release? Like 3 years ago? Let me see.
Yeah.
76?
Maybe 4.
Maybe
now.
4.
Maybe 4.
Yeesh, don't say that. Fallout 76, October 2018.
3 years
so
ago.
It's been 3 years.
Exactly 3 years.
October 23rd.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
3 years.
Happy 3-year anniversary.
Happy 3-year anniversary. B
76.
is finally giving you a play after 3 years.
It took 3 years for you to get that game right. Yo, there was a joke in a show on Netflix that was like, it could have been the best game. Yo, people like it definitely made the world that the game came out and got bombed. Horrible.
Yeah.
It was Cyberpunk before Cyberpunk.
Man.
No, Well, I don't think the
Cyberpunk
game's
did it on
bugs
another scale.
turned the
Cyberpunk
game
was-
off. It was the
Ooh.
game's like how it works. When it came out, they said we're not gonna have NPCs. It was just gonna be all players, and he was gonna run. I don't even remember everything that they were saying. I was honestly hoping for a more like Rust like experience with it, but not even that. Like houses don't stay. I remember we was kind of like afraid that somebody was gonna be able to like destroy our house or something like that.
Yeah, I forget
And
some of the
people can't do that. I don't know. It just wasn't.
'Cause-
I like surviving, man. Like I don't know. I just like
Yeah.
I like
always
surviving.
trying to get at me. Like if I ain't on my P's and Q's, I like somebody trying to be on. Like that's why I like 7 Days to Die. Like you could, as we're running through and looking, zombies was trying to. That's why I didn't really hit it with Valheim. There was nothing.
Nothing
Me and E
threatening
was
you.
just like building a house together. Like all right,
Yeah.
like there was nothing trying to get me ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah, you gotta have something trying to get you.
Yeah.
Like, I guess there's a PvP mode in this thing that in 76 that they were explaining to me that like you have to turn it on, like New World, like you have to go on one of those quests or turn on that thing. And I was like, oh, I need that on. Like, how do we get that on? Like, I want that on. So yeah. And I feel you. Like, I'm like super picky with those games. Like, I need that balance. I always want to feel like I can get attacked by a player or a monster at any time,
I like.
but also on my way to go doing a quest, like not just surviving, but like doing something.
Mm-hmm.
I just
Like,
want my house on the edge of the lake where my water purifiers. You know, people can come through, get some nice fresh water, so they ain't got to drink the dirty water like he like be doing. No,
Hey, if you survive,
survive.
if you survive,
the rads,
Yeah.
Get
the
that lead belly,
rads
bro. Get that
would
lead
like to
belly.
have a word with you.
I like the chance of being of getting slid on. Player,
Exactly.
PvP, PvE. I like the chance of getting slid on.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Like, you can't call it a survival game if they ain't nothing to survive
You
against.
ain't really surviving. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Valheim did it right with the quest. Like Valheim put legit
Right.
quests in. You got to go do dungeons, so you got to go
But-
kill deer. And, like,
But they ain't no surviving.
but there's no. So if they would have just took the Valheim like mission system and put it in 7 Days to Die, that game would
Perfect
be
game.
beautiful. Beautiful.
Well, they still could because it's still in early access.
Oh, yeah.
Still.
Still early access. So they're still working on it.
Oh my
It could-
gosh.
It can still go in there.
That game's gonna be in early access forever.
This early access stuff, man.
They're
Yo,
still
I'm
trying
not-
to.
I'm not all the way on board with that, man. I got a short leash with that, bro. It's early
So
access.
real quick, about this Scum, because I'm still on that. I actually really do want to play this. Is that something that we probably stream? Just curious.
Scum?
Yeah.
I would throw it up for a date and let people check it out. Absolutely.
Okay.
Check out Scum.
See why not? I mean, let's play some. Let's play some Scum.
Because one thing I didn't see, I'm assuming you could like team up with your friends and thing. I didn't see anything like that. Kind of like how 7 Days does. Like we have a little server, everybody's together and all that other stuff.
Most likely, yeah. Most likely. I mean, I guess it's kind of like an MMO, so like most likely, yeah, of course.
So imagine we are streaming at one time, and one of the streamers get bored, and one of us just gets kicked from the lobby. You ain't gathering the wood fast enough, or you keep dying to that same NPC over there, and somebody's just like, "Yo, you got to go,"
and they can just vote you out the game.
Just vote you out. How would you feel about that?
That would be horrible. That would be trash.
I'd be a little bit upset.
Yeah,
little bit upset.
Well,
Norwegian champion, thank you for coming through. I appreciate you.
Well,
appreciate you stopping in.
Patent that just got approved from Sony, that could potentially become a reality. And like you two, I'm not necessarily a fan of it.
Look, that patent, I looked at it in two ways. And one of the ways is the way that we're talking about it right now. Like if you're just playing some game and a viewer or whatever can pay or vote to just kick you. Like imagine like you're playing a Siege match or a Fortnite match or a FIFA match and someone just like, and a viewer's just like, kick them and they kick you. Like, nah, bro, that's stupid. That's so stupid.
Yo, let me tell y'all.
It's crazy.
Get that out of here, bro.
After reading this, I'm kind of a fan. This is sounding kind of dope.
But
I ain't gonna lie to
we
you.
need to hear this.
The other side of it, I'm stoked on. Like I'm stoked.
It sounds dope. Like it sounds kind of like a dope
game.
feature.
Yeah, I want. So key guys get out the pros. I want to hear B's cons, and then I'm actually gonna, because we got the patent hit. We're going to go into a little bit of it, but I want to hear these pros because I'm surprised you like this now.
I mean, just because like. As a streamer, right? It just sounds like a cool event to hold with your viewers.
Exactly.
Like so, I read the way it works. So the patent it's just a patent, so it's not guaranteed that's going to be in anything.
Not at all.
They just, this is our technology. So it gives the spectators, the viewers, whatever, the ability to vote or donate to kick players from games on streaming platforms, namely Twitch, YouTube, and all the other. What have you. But the way it works, the voting will use a system based on the skill level of the viewers. Yep. So it's going to be based, like when you're playing the game, it's going to be based on everybody that's voting on each player's game time length, their rank, and the achievements that they earned in the game. So you got to have some qualifications. You can't just pop into a random stream and be like, yo, vote to kick. You know what I mean? Like,
I'll hop into card and be like a 1% vote, and Key could be like a 22% vote because my man's KD is better than mine.
Exactly.
Now, your vote will be counted, but votes from people like vetted people that actually play the games will have
way more. Yep.
Your little that you never. So that I like that.
That's good.
And like I was looking at it kind of in a similar way, like streaming or social games. Like you could have a game where like, where like you could have like it could be similar to Among Us or something along that nature, where like players are doing things or presenting things to the viewers, and they're voting them off, trying to figure out who's the bad guy or anything like that. Like that social side of it, how like people could come in your game and pay to kick that person during the voting session. Like, all right, we played whatever this new game is, and it's like a party game, and the people can come in and actually vote to kick the player out, and it's the wrong player, and then they got to go again. You know what I mean? Like there's so much you can do with the patent besides like what's already here. So like it definitely has like that side of it where like a player can come in and just kick you out of a ranked match or something like that is whack. But there's so many other cool implications to this thing that
like that was
streamer perspective.
One of my very first like interactions, my secondary interaction. Wow. Introduction into Twitch when I started streaming. One of the very first games I played, One Step from Eden, it has Twitch integration. Like y'all actually affected my choices via a system similar to this. So I was curious after seeing this that like what else could they do? Like you can affect my choice. You could literally make me make all the bad choices to kill me off as fast as possible. Like how much more could you're interacting with the game directly. How much further could you take this application? And this is one of them. Actually,
I took part in that, and that was pretty cool. Also, the chat is trying to vote us off the show.
That's what's crazy.
That's kind of see with that Sony patent, you probably. I mean, this isn't a game, but
yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to have its negatives. Like some people just coming in with rank trolling. You know what I mean? They also have an option to enable viewers to provide a custom or preset like feedback to players before they're kicked, so they can come in and say some raunchy stuff. Like it's internet. There's people out there that's just gonna have ill will just because. Honestly, I don't know why. Just because sometimes
it's just
because they have the option. Like, look at the options you have. Top option: remove player from game, warn player to improve, provide custom message, like he said, or to keep them in the game.
Yeah.
Warn player to improve. That is spam city right there.
Oh yeah. And removing a player can move them to another team, like another team more suited, quote unquote, more suited. Not to mention, beyond just voting, another option is to pay. Like you could literally donate.
Set up a pay structure.
Yeah, you can either set it so that they pay, or that it's like an auction, so you can auction off a character. Like,
this is what I'm saying. Like, yo, there's a lot you can do with this patent. There's a lot. Yo, there's a lot of like I see like the moments that can be created either on a stream or amongst a friend group. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be some funny stuff that you can do with this thing.
You just imagine playing FIFA and you just automatically your superstar just gets substituted out and be like in the first 5 minutes of the first half, you're like, fam. You're like, yo,
everybody votes off the best character or the best player on the team. That's cold.
It's cold-blooded. And like maybe there's ways that these games can set it up to where if you get voted off, you get sent to a spectator role. You can still be a part of the game and stay in the chat.
That's what I was going to say.
So many possibilities with this thing.
It can do a lot.
Remove player from game. You're about to make matchmaking hell for a lot of like servers and things. So there has to be a sort of a catch for that.
And they have Discord. Like there's like the chat, like the power of having that type of chat with this thing and popping people in and out. Like, I don't know. They're cooking something up. I don't know, man. They're cooking up something.
Twitch. Oh man. I'm thinking of this from a programmer's perspective. Like, this is
work.
Twitch already, like earlier today when I told you I was testing my drone streaming and things like that. Those are just they're API calls essentially. And imagine this, how many more calls this is going to take a lot of internet usage. Like this may require people to have faster internet connections or even game developers to have better server connections to keep this new information in mind now. Like imagine there are now hundreds and thousands of people vying to try to affect your gameplay now.
There's a lot. Yeah, this is going to be this is a lot of work.
So Sony said, as more and more people have become interested in watching video games and esports events, game developers have sought to enhance the viewing experience by providing increased functionality and interactivity for spectators. So it's looking like even just beyond this, maybe they're just getting ahead of the game. Like I feel like in the future, in the future of like streaming and esports and online games in general, like they're looking for connectivity. With people.
That's like this whole thing is that it's literally connectivity and interact. Like when I read it, like I remember like when we initially read the title before you got there, Reese, like we both had an initial reaction and like the interactivity thing was my thing. I'm like, oh, you can do some things with this. And just that reminds me of like back in the day when you would watch American Idol and you could text in your vote. Like that was a huge thing back then. Like this is like video games are getting in that space. The world
took part of that.
The world. Exactly. So imagine like you can put in $1 to vote for this or to kick this player or to do that. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean,
like you could literally do like a live pot or live betting. There's so much you can do with this. It's insane.
Yeah, video games have to continue on it. It's like what Netflix is doing. Netflix does a whole movies thing. Now they're like expanding into games. Now they're like, now the video games is like, okay, we got y'all playing, but what else can we do? And
right,
this is
right. It's unprecedented. Like there's more. Like we have the most gamers we've ever had, and there's so many different types of gamers. Like so many different types now. There's so many different. Like some people will just play like story games where they like there's no action, and some people just love those games and they'll just play those. Like there's so much you can do with all this stuff now. It's cool. It's nuts.
So yeah, not unfortunately, but currently, again, this is only a patent.
Yep.
Recently accepted. So now, if they did wish to implement this in some sort of system,
they for sure can.
For sure can.
And if it comes out, I'd definitely be using it when I can, at least just to test it out. Like I like
absolutely
testing this stuff out. Yeah, like it just seems very interesting and could make for some real lull moments, like some big lull moments.
Seriously.
Like, it could, I don't know, like it could hit up.
I've been looking for a different type of Twitch interactivity since OSFE. Like I haven't seen another game that does it like that. So this is cool to see that a company out there is interested in chasing it.
Yeah,
seriously. The other radio show appreciates you joining the Trigger Squad. Thanks for tuning
in. So that was double Sony talk. We had the Uncharted movie that we're overly anxious about. Happy stuff.
Yo, get that mustache.
Vincent needs to grow a mustache in order to evolve. Vincent needs to evolve into Sully.
Victor?
That's Victor? Vincent? V.
V.
Hey, yo, V.
Cyberpunk.
That's
V.
Crazy. Yo, V. That was good.
We got this rather interesting patent here, which we determined isn't all bad, but I mean, there's good and bad in every potentiality. So it was good to actually hear the pros because I'm enlightened now. Now I'm actually looking forward to this even more.
There's some things there.
When I first read the title, I was like, trash. This is stupid. Why would you allow for this? I wrote it off immediately. Like, oh, hell no. Just turn this off all the way.
And now you're like, turn it on some.
Yo, this is pretty cool. Awesome. It's pretty cool. I ain't mad at it.
Who we are mad at currently.
I am mad at Blizzard.
Is Activision Blizzard.
Yeah.
We've talked to them. We've talked about them in numerous occasions over your time of listening to us. Some good, some bad. Mostly bad recently, unfortunately. However, they seem to be making some changes, it seems.
Seems to be.
There are 20 less employees over yonder at Activision Blizzard due to said policy changes in their attempt of, quote, creating a more accountable workplace.
Right.
Blizzard's executive vice president for corporate affairs, the people that talk to the press and try to say the nice words so that they don't tell us what's really going on in the back. Activision Blizzard released a statement to staff and public, obviously.
A
company-wide letter, letting them know that our future depends on fostering a company culture where we all feel safe and heard. As you see, it's very in detail here. However, in listening to feedback over the past several months, aka all of the news that we've been hearing recently about the allegations that have been coming out about particular employees and their actions.
After a 2-year investigation.
2 years, not several months, as I said here.
Right.
They decided to chase these new findings with a, quote, renewed urgency.
All of a sudden, huh?
All of a sudden.
Because this is from the same friend's housing that had a completely different tune like 2 months ago.
Yeah. Today, well, on the 19th, so this was a few days ago, they wanted to highlight the progress that they made on, as B said, the 180 of wording that they said. So basically what they're saying to some managers is, do not hesitate to terminate or discipline those who violate our policies and fail to contribute to a positive culture that treats all of our team members with respect. So basically, even if you hear an indication of it, they're saying don't be hesitant to do that. Because I'm thinking that's one of the things that was happening back then, that a lot of these people continue to have their jobs. But oh no, they couldn't do that, or you're lying. You probably just don't like them, so you're saying something to try to get them in trouble and things like that.
Right.
People do that too often.
And Activision Blizzard finally had enough, it seems. So don't hesitate to terminate, be transparent, and third most interesting, invest resources and people into ethics, culture, and training. This is, you would think that this is something that should be in place in the company, period. Like every year I have to do like a sexual harassment training, bullying training, things like that. Every single year. Right. So, and now this sounds like something that they're finally going to start implementing at Activision Blizzard.
What's sad is that we have to have these trainings in the first place. Like, why do you have to tell people not to sexually harass people? Like, it's pretty stupid.
I mean, it's wild. That's the world that we live in.
Yeah, like, why do I have to tell you this? It's like a child. Like, I shouldn't have, you know what's wrong. I shouldn't have to tell you not to do wrong.
Right. But because you've literally been in a culture where it's been allowed to happen, so you don't know it is wrong. You know it as, I can just do what I want, I guess. And that ain't the case. And it is wild, Reese, to your thing like that. This hasn't been in place since the inception of the company. Like,
yeah.
Like what?
And how long has Blizzard been around? How long has Activision been around? And
it's the third thing on your like your new statement. It's the third thing on your mission statement. Like, you're saying you're saying all the right things. Are doing some of the right things. You got rid of 20 people, and there's a new statement in place, a new policy in place. It's a zero tolerance policy, allegedly. They've changed the character of Jesse McCree to Clay Cassidy. They're doing some of the right things. It's just, will they continue to do so, or is this just a big face and there won't be actual changes behind the scenes? That's yet to be seen. We don't know.
Yeah, because that name change is interesting to me, that they changed McCree to Cole Cassidy as fast as they did in Overwatch. But one of the other developers from way back, someone who left way before the actual person, Jesse McCree, left Blizzard, their name is still in World of Warcraft in several places. World of Warcraft's been around for way longer.
They're removing all characters with names connected to real people. Like, going forward, they're no longer naming any character after real employees or anybody really.
Sounds like future-proofing to me.
I mean, it's dangerous to do that in the first place. I understand why you did it, but then things like this happen.
Playing homage to somebody, I guess. Yeah. Do other games do that? I mean, they probably throw like little Easter, or maybe
it's
like
not often.
Like name likeness or something.
I think they do it. It's just not as well known, you know?
And it's not as blatant as your actual name.
Right. Like, it's not like I feel like just the culture over there, like it just seems like, oh yeah, like that's me in the game, as opposed to, you know, like there might be another studio where it's like, you know, that's you in the game, but nobody else does.
Nobody.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Like,
just like that, that code in Metroid. What's the name of that? Bikini Bottom? I forget what it's called.
My man said bikini.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, that's gonna burn me up now that I know. We spammed it so often.
Yo, we were saying it so much during those streams.
I forgot.
I can't think of it. But the Super Metroid thing.
Yep.
Man, I just really hope that this isn't just because of the times and they're putting up a front, that they're actually making actual changes in the company for the future. And because they are a big company in this industry, and they set
one of the largest,
and they set precedents for, you know, innovation and new games and new ideas. But this is not the precedent that you want to be setting. And I'm hoping that they do change for real. But it's yet to be seen.
Yeah. So I can go back to buying Call of Duty. Y'all need to fix yourselves, please.
I was so stoked for Overwatch 2. Like, I was dying to play it, and now I'm like, I can't play that. I can't.
Yeah.
Y'all need to clean it up. But
do that.
It, like I said, it appears they are cleaning it up. So we're here. 20 have exited Activision Blizzard, and 20 faced other types of disciplinary action. So we're never going to know the specifics on that, but
So they said 20 employees were fired.
Yeah.
But reportedly there's no senior management or company board members. So I felt like some of them were at fault, but I don't, you know what I mean? Like, was it just the lower tier members, or I don't want to, I shouldn't call them lower tiers, but was there really truly no senior members on the
management members?
Yeah, no management. Was it truly no management members?
I don't know if you guys have seen the show called The Morning Show, but there's a similar thing like this where like the people who know at the top, and they're so safe. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it just grinds your gears because it's like that somebody had to have known someone else, you know, and it's always a fall guy. You know, there's always that one fall person. Like comes out as I knew everything, but no one else knew.
But
like, that's come on.
Yeah. Wait a second. Let's not forget that Twitch, when Twitch got hacked and all of that, it was also leaked that Twitch has a list of, it's kind of like how would like do not touch people basically.
Yeah.
Like they have a list of streamers that are on a no ban list, that if something silly happens with them, like with a stream that would normally like any other person would get banned, any other streamer would get banned, they don't get banned. Like they are untouchable if some silly stuff happens on their stream or whatever the case may be. Like
like a bigger streamer, just because they're pulling in money, you're excusing the ban.
Yeah, they have some kind of senior citizenship over us or whatever the case may be. Like there's people that's untouchable because of the position that they're in. It's wild. They have they don't have to take the same accountability, which is wild and quite unfair.
Yeah, there's no checks and balances unless there's a light shined on something. Otherwise, there's no remorse. There's no care in the world. Like, had this story not come out, like had people not finally start paying attention to all these employees and staff over these years,
it'd still be untouchable.
It would still be happening. Like the CEO guy who left said, like, this has been a problem for a long time. Like a long time. Like the old president. Like, I just
Stash the Panda, shout out to Stash the Panda. I told them about SCUM, by the way. Thank you for introducing that game to me. But they also have a question. How do y'all feel about Twitch's pay to win policy? Do you guys know about that?
Twitch's pay? I do not know about that.
So Twitch, they're working on, it's not released yet, but they're working on a system to where it's not, you as a streamer could do it, but it's the viewers. The viewers could pay to boost your stream into the recommended. You'll get a higher boosted in the recommended. It's like, I think there's like, it's like a $2 one and a $5 one or something like that. Like I don't really know. And for me personally, I don't like that whatsoever.
That's a slippery slope. That's a super slippery slope.
I don't like that whatsoever. In my opinion, I think that's just, first of all,
because you can wash it. You can literally wash it.
That money goes to Twitch. All of it goes to Twitch. It does not touch the streamer at all. And in my
that's
opinion,
already whack. Okay.
Yeah, that's already throw it away.
Yeah, like you can hit the recommended naturally. Like if you really want to support me, this is my opinion on my stream, and I tell them all this all the time. Like if you want to support me, you do whatever you want with your money. Just do not do that. I don't want you to boost me. I don't want to get boosted whatsoever. Do not give Twitch your money in that respect. I don't want it.
That is,
I told them that straight up every single time. It's just it's not fair. And it's just I don't like the idea of it whatsoever.
Yeah, they're trying to tap into the regular ad market that we have all over the place all the time, that we come to the internet for, to get away from, to put in to the streams. Like, I don't want that. Like, I don't like, because like if you're a giant streamer, right? Like let's say you're a giant streamer or whatever, have a couple of friends and they all stream, and you could just cover the bill to boost all of them up, and you'll, like, a streamer never see that recommended. Because like the people who already have the money at the top could just boost all their friends and all
keep them up there,
and keep them up, and you'll never see that. The people
down, the people that can't afford to boost or whatever, or don't even have the support system to boost for them, won't get boosted, and they're pushed further. Their chances of going to the recommended are even worse now. Like,
that's
it's terrible.
horrible.
It's a terrible idea, and I don't like it
horrible idea
whatsoever.
That's trash all around.
The streamer doesn't get a dime, like already throw it away.
Like, all of it goes to Twitch
because like they're boosting that streamer because there's a connection that they have with that streamer. Like if they spend a dime in that thing, that streamer is supposed to get a cut. I don't. Yeah. Come on now. I don't like it at all.
DCaves89, aka Decaves, says that defeats the point of quality streamers earning their spot with hard work over quality content. Yep. Right. That's what I mean. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, that's from our perspective though, because we have to make that grind. From Twitch is like, whatever. You want to see your favorite streamer up top? Run that paper.
Like that's another. No, it's for sure another way for them to make money. I mean, dude, they already take 50% of all affiliates subs. So they take 50%. I found out that they take 50% of affiliate subs. They also take 50% of partner subs. But if you are partnered and you have a certain sub count, monthly natural, this is not gifted, a natural monthly recurring sub count, you can haggle for a different percentage. You don't just get that different percentage. You have to haggle with them.
And they're going to base it on their algorithms and whatever.
Mm-hmm. And it's based on how many subs you got, natural subs, reoccurring monthly subs.
Because they can count that because they know that they're getting that money.
Yeah. And then you can haggle, 70-30, something like that. Like, you don't, but when you get partner, it's not automatic a switch. You're still doing 50-50.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, see, someone told me that a while ago, and I was like, "Oh, that sucks." Like, I was just like,
not surprised, unfortunately, but it does suck.
Not surprised at all.
So not Twitch is, I mean, it's a platform with pros and cons, man, for sure. Yep. It's definitely a platform with pros and cons. I stream full time, so like,
I'm on full time
every day of my life. I'm on it every single day, 6 days a week. So like, I'm here for it, but they be on some funny money stuff sometimes, man. Can't lie to you.
They be on some funny stuff. But we're here.
Yeah.
We're here on the funny stuff. But I always think, like, how many more avenues of income streams could they generate? Like, okay, we have subscriptions. We have bits. We have like literal donations.
They don't get nothing from donations.
Well, okay, yeah. Okay, fine. Donation.
PayPal does though.
No, that's right.
As a streamer,
now you
don't get nothing 100%. I'll tell you that right now.
Now we have stream boosting, which you get 0%. Like, now you get 0%.
Oh yeah, with actual 0%. Like, they spend their money like, this is my favorite streamer. I want to support. Let me shell out $100
because
and all of that goes to Twitch for a boost on that day as well. It's just on that day. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a boost for the week, for the month, or nothing. It's just on that day and that time frame. And you might not even garner nothing from it. You know what I mean? It's like,
Instagram got better ads than that. What is that?
Wow.
That's just that
terrible. It's not a good idea. Don't do it.
Nobody
in my
wants
opinion, it's not what I want. You know, it's not what I want.
It's not what I want.
Do you agree with that, Reese?
Get the hell on out of here. Like
I agree with that.
50% subscriptions, whatever percent, because you're not getting 100% from bits either.
You get 100.
You get 100% from bits, but they're still getting a little bit.
You get 100% from bits, but the person buying the bits is paying more money.
So like, what is that? Like $5 for?
I don't know what it is.
Let's just say $5 for 400, because it's not 1 per 1 anymore.
$20 is $1,500.
$1,500, yeah.
I've done a lot of BitStorms in my time.
So if you have to pay $20, you're basically paying $20 to give the streamer $15.
$15.
$5. So 75. Let's just say, for argument's sake, 75%. You still giving Twitch money. This is whack, man. This is whack.
Yeah.
I'm not with it.
Like, I get like they want to make money on their platform, but that's trash, bro. That has the Trigger Talk TV stamp of trash.
Whack.
trash, bro.
The Cowboys asked a interesting question. I've thought about this previously, and not a lot of people agree with this. So Cowboys asked, if you can create your own version of Twitch, what would each of you prioritize for streamers that Twitch doesn't do correctly? And so I've thought about this previously.
I haven't thought about this.
And so here's how I feel about it. And this is just me thinking, right? Let's say we have any big streamer. I don't even care. We have a streamer and they bring in, let's say, I've seen people with like 10,000 viewers. Every time they get on, boom, they always get 10,000 viewers every single time they stream. Boom, 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 right? Obviously, those type of streamers are making the platform major money every single stream. Every single stream. And they have their go-to. It's going to happen every single time they come on. So with that type of thinking, what Twitch does, and even Kickstarter, a lot of platforms do this. They put the ones that already have the most viewership and most everything at the top, at the front page, so that more people can go and they can have more of those guys make that money. I feel like since they're already bringing in, let's just throw an arbitrary number out, since those people are already bringing in $10,000 a day to the company, they should boost the smaller streams so that you can create more larger streams to have more larger
$10,000 coming
more $10,000 a day streamers on your platform. That's how I feel. The smaller channels should be boosted and not the channels that are already bigger, because potentially you have people that are just as good. They're just unseen. They're just unknown because nobody knows they're making content because it's hard to get seen.
It's hard to get seen.
I feel like the bottom tier, not bottom tier, no disrespect to the no viewers, but like to the people that aren't getting as many views, those people should be pushed. Fine, if you want to have like qualifications for it, you got to be averaging, I don't know, 5 or X amount of hours a day, whatever.
Have a qualification to get into. Yeah, like that sounds like I would really like to see something like that happen on one of these platforms, because it's always the same thing. Like you say, it's always whoever's the top, you open it up and it's like right there, bang. It's always like this stuff that I never watch. That's always up there on the top. Every time I turn on Twitch, I don't watch these people. It's always up there. Like I would like in a perfect world, I like that. What you're saying, but like to be the middleman, I would say just do like a top 5 every day of each section. So rather than doing a top 10 of the top 10 streamers, just do like you have 5 people who fit the criteria who don't get as many viewers on that top 5, and then you have the top 5 of the day who are like crushing it on the other side, and just have that up on the screen.
Best of both worlds.
Yeah. Like so that way, like people who come in, they see these new streamers that you're trying to push. And they can go there, or if they came there for that, they can go right to that. Like I would rather it be the other way. Like they already have
put the big dudes up, because that still takes away from the people that are
100% right.
So I just give it to the small guys. The small guys can become big guys. Now you got more big guys. Boom, push more small guys. Boom, and it's just rotating. You bringing in new people all the time, or new bigger streamers all the time. That's what I would do about it. That's how I would go about it.
Yeah.
But
I'm surprised Twitch doesn't do this. So when you sign up for sites that have varying content like Netflix, let's say Spotify, whatever.
Yeah.
When you first sign up, it says, pick these interests. Yeah. What are you interested in? And then it forces you to do that whole spiel.
You can
things
follow
like that.
categories. You can
Twitch
follow
does
games.
that. Yeah, you follow categories at the very beginning when you sign up. You can pick the ones that like you can. Like, there's a list.
Dude, I don't remember. I just made. I don't remember that part. But from that, because there's infinite possibility, you're not gonna be able to get everything right then and there. But from those ones you generated, there could be those top ones, and then there could be like a suggested for those lower one. Oh man, it's kind of hard to like not put quote bad wording on it, but like the
I know
the streamers that don't have the numbers of the quote recommended, which would be the top 5 that you see. So there would be a section for okay, yes, these are the big ones for these particular sections, but there are these that you should probably check out also for each particular category.
Yeah.
And then let there be the big top 5 in general, whatever, because there's always going to be a section for that.
Like on Twitch, they have the ones that the games and things that you follow, but there's also like there's a suggested based on the things that you've watched, the time you spent watching,
and the
stuff,
people that you're friends with,
people that and that's what shows up on the bottom there. So it's like they're basically just waiting to show you more of the things you like, but they can't do that until you start watching. And they want you to watch their top persons.
But as soon as you
get
go
there,
you got it. You're right. Yeah, they're crazy.
As soon as you get there, you see those. So you're like, I've never been here before. Let me go check someone out. And it's usually going to pick the thing that's on the screen. One of the
you go to
10,
twitch.tv
first 20.
And
you see Jacksepticeye, right, bang, like you see whoever.
Yeah, let me see. New private window, twitch.tv.
Right there.
I'm just curious.
All the big streamers. Look right at the top. Right at the top.
XQCOW 101W.
Major huge one. XQC is a major huge one.
The gap. He 101K. And the next largest is Hassan Hobby, just chatting with 27,500.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like those
I went there and it's boom, cup of noodle with 12,000 viewers, 13,000 viewers.
Yeah, I mean, like it's when you go there, when you're gonna see the top people, and those people are always gonna have people. Like they're always gonna have people,
right? Because they're so established. They're so established. Like you know what I mean, like they're always gonna have people. So it's like as a being in the way I look at things, I would love to do it,
fam.
Keys way, 100,000%.
What do you do?
But like, if the shareholders are on my back and I have to bend, like top 2 or top 5 for those people, and give me the rest, all like new streamers, younger streamers, smaller streamers, to boost them. Because like someone's gonna make a connection with some of these other streamers, they just don't know they exist.
They don't. That's the thing. They could be making top tier. They could be making quality as good as XQC. They could be. You know what I'm saying? It could be as good. We just don't know because we don't even know they exist. They've been staring at 0 or 1 if they're watching their own stream for the past X amount of time. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like when we first started, it was like 1, then 2,
then 2,
and for a while,
for
like
a little bit.
Everybody starts off staring at 0 and 1, man.
Yeah,
everybody starts off that way.
I've been like, we all been there, sitting there streaming late or whatever, and you just talking into the abyss. Like that's part of the game. That's part of learning this thing. Like it's and like those people,
but it's part of it,
making dope content, but they'll never be seen.
They don't. You're just unknown, unseen, man. And so, that's what I would change. That's what I would change. Stop the focus on the big guys because the big guys are already big, dude. Like, let's get some other guys to be big, so that way you grow how many big people you have on your platform.
Bro, like you're growing so many different people and different communities on your platform, as opposed to like just getting fat off one and then they leave, and now you're trying to get fat off. So, like, just be a lean, mean machine rather than trying to get fat off things all the time.
Have a variety. Have a variety. I mean, I'm not gonna say like that. Like they lost a couple of big streamers, but it didn't really. I mean, it hurt, but it didn't really hurt the overall.
And then a couple of them came back.
So like listen, they're doing fine, but they could do better. Like, you know what I mean? And them doing better with my method, at least, them doing better would help other people do better. Like that's literally life changing.
It helps so many people. Like so many people. Like crazy.
So,
but
with that being said, I think it is time for everybody's favorite segment, and of course, you guys already know that is B's Throwback of the Week.
I had to do the baby dance today. There was about to be a ton of movement on that one.
Stash Lapenda asks, when are we getting a Trigger Talk album? Potential work in progress.
An album? Yo, y'all want to do an album? That would be fun.
We do have some artists out there.
Wait,
saying.
Real quick, Dekabe said, I had a guy come to my chat saying he's been looking for my stream Final Fantasy 7 for a few months. People love different streamers for different reasons. Yeah,
absolutely, 100,000%. There
you go,
100,000%, and you're not giving them a chance to meet these other people and other streamers on your platforms.
They could be their favorite streamer, and they just don't know they exist, and it's sad.
No. All right. The game that I have for this week, I don't know if you guys played it. I feel like Reese played this. I know for a fact Reese played this now. This game was developed by G Artists. That's actually a sick name, G Artists. It's pretty dope.
I thought immediately I thought of G Star.
Right. It was published by Sony Computer Entertainment. It was released.
SCEA.
This game was released January 31, 1997.
I knew it was a 1990s game.
1997. This game is IQ Intelligent Cube.
Oh, of course, Reese played Intelligent Cube.
Intelligent Cube.
Y'all want a game?
Yo, tell them.
I still ain't beat that game.
Game's bad hard.
My first interaction with this game was on, was it Purple? It was a demo. It was the PlayStation demo disc. They were showing our age right now.
Oh, get them. The PlayStation Underground, Johns?
The PlayStation Underground demo disc. This was one of the games that was on there, I want to say alongside Xenogears, Armored Core, the Final Fantasy 7. This disc was bangers on it.
Crazy. I think the Metal Gear one was on there too.
And VR missions, I think. No, it was either
VR missions or regular Metal Gear. No, I think it was regular Metal Gear. Either way, good.
And fam, game's hard. Let me throw this up really quick. I mean, it doesn't look like much at all. You're just this person on this platform. Wow, I just got hit with an ad. You're on this platform of cubes that are coming towards you, and at the end, every mistake you make, column comes down. Column comes down. Columns come down. You make too many choices, it's a wrap for you.
So basically, like every map is a puzzle, and all the steps that you take in moving the cubes and things, you have to get through and get to the end. All the mistakes that you make, the thing behind you comes, and it rolls, and if it gets to you, you die. You got to do it over. You got to do it over. You got to do it over and do it over.
Now, how you make a mistake?
Yeah, it's literally like mind bending. Like you really got to think, and it's like, but you got to think on your feet. Like it's not anything special to look at. It didn't change anything in that regard. It's just one of the better puzzle games ever made. It's super good.
This
like
example
here,
here,
run around. It's so good.
3 colored cubes: gray, black, and green. The green one, you flatten it, and then it'll hit the cubes around it in an area. And you could use it towards the next set that's coming. So you could preempt things. So watch, the next set that's about to come, you can capture them that way. Fam, you got to think ahead. And you have limited space.
Way ahead. You think way ahead. Your space is limited. Oh, it's fun. It's super fun, man. I played a lot of this game when I was younger. Like too many hours on this thing.
No, and you said this came out in 97. I wasn't even 10 years old yet. I'm playing this old big brain ass game.
Brain melting game.
You said,
bro, like brain melter. Yeah, it's like 3D Tetris with more steps. It's 3D Tetris with more steps.
And I'm showing off this video here. As you see, the blocks, they're only 4x3, but as you go, I think there's 7 stages. It grows, so it gets bigger 5 than this.
Wide, it gets
6
crazy,
wide, 7x7 wide, and you still got to manipulate everything, keeping those green squares in mind, the black hazard cubes, and the other hazards. It's crazy.
and your timing, because you got to remember you're still running around. So like you got to make it to the like you got to get out of a slot to make it, or you got to time your runs as well because you'll get squished.
Oh yeah, if you get squished, it's a wrap. All the mistakes you made, the columns come down. Listen.
And then there's multiplayer as well, and you play against your friends, you play against your family. You guys are like racing to do the puzzles the best. So it's so much fun.
No one ever
loved Intelligent Cube.
I never got to do that because A, no one ever wanted to play, and B, I was literally the only person with this game.
Yo, that game is a gem.
Like I'm surprised Key even heard of it. I think he only heard of it because he seen me play it.
I've never played this game. I've never touched this game a day in my life. Never seen it.
I'm about to have you play this game on stream one time.
Yo, Intelligent Cube.
You would never play this game? It's not that bad.
Nah.
You need to.
It reminds me of this game that I had for like, I think it was either PlayStation or N64. I honestly, I don't even really reminded me of that game, but maybe just the age of the game. I don't know. This dude was like running around with like, I think it was like a vacuum cleaner or something. It was like a platformer type game. I don't know.
How old is?
It was pretty old. I don't remember the name of it. But it was one of them old. It's that situation. Remember when I was trying to think of the game, that Bart Simpson game that was like old as dirt?
Yeah.
And it's like one of them type situations.
Right.
Like,
Got you. It just reminded you of a game, but it's not similar.
Yeah.
Just like someone in chat had to save us for that one because you was not about to remember that game. I don't remember who told us, but
no, dude, we never found out. I went in like,
you sure?
Hard Google, like Google search until I finally found the game.
Yeah,
I went through like a bunch of different Simpsons games. It was for Sega Saturn, and it was like Bart in a VR world. I forget the name of it again, but like you can literally like search up Bart VR games Sega Saturn, and then you'll find it.
Got you.
But
I'm gonna make it an objective to find out the sleeper Sega games. I don't know. Like you can name a console, like say PS1, PS2, GameCube, whatever, and you could probably name 3 bangers from that specific console that you can remember playing.
Yeah,
I can't do that for a single Sega console.
My Sega Saturn didn't last long. The only game I remember having, like Clock Tower Night, I think it was called, or something like that. That joint was dope.
Like I remember Columns and The Lion King from like Game Gear.
Yeah, but you could just
games.
Well, he could go like Power Stone, Sonic Adventure 2. No, he said Sega games, period. He never had a Sega console.
Period.
No, I'm saying per console.
Okay, got you.
Per console.
So Sega games per Sega console.
Yeah.
Okay, so we both had it wrong.
Oh, yeah. I thought you was just talking about Sega Saturn.
Yeah,
I mean, what I have? Neo Geo,
Sega Saturn. I'm sorry.
Neo Geo Pocket.
Wow.
What was that game? What's that game when Andy would step on his toe and then boom, boom, boom?
Yeah, for me it was King of Fighters on Neo Geo. Like Neo Geo had King of Fighters.
King of Fighters was very
was
fun.
it like 95,
96?
Did Andy step on somebody's toes?
Did Andy step on somebody? Listen.
I think you're thinking Fatal Fury Wild Ambition.
Wild Ambition for PlayStation?
That was a PS1 game.
No, I'm pretty sure it was on Neo Geo. He stepped on his foot.
That was my first Fatal Fury game.
Yeah, I mean he's had that move for a long time, so I'm sure he has that move in the King of Fighters game or whatever for Neo Geo.
Yeah. Neo Geo.
Yeah, but Neo Geo, like that's probably it. That's probably the only game I can name off the top of my head is the King of Fighters games that I had. That was it.
I had that Neo Geo. They came out with that Neo Geo remake. I don't know if y'all remember when I had that. It came with that little bass that I could hook up to the TV and all that stuff. I actually have it in the room right now. Those were the only Neo Geo games I ever played. It wasn't even on the real Neo Geo. It's kind of sad.
And that was a Sega console?
No, Neo Geo was the own thing, wasn't it? SNK.
I feel like they might have been an SNK thing. Or their own thing. I don't remember.
I didn't have too many of them. I was, you know me, it was Nintendo household over here. So I'm just trying to. I'm trying to just
over here.
A Nintendo household
on all the titles that I missed out on. So like the Neo Geo era, the Saturn, Genesis, Dreamcast
was his
era.
own thing. Oh, the manufacturing corporation was SNK.
SNK.
Neo Geo was SNK. That's why they had the King of Fighter games and all that stuff first.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. You release your stuff on your platform.
It's crazy. They only made that though. They didn't get too far with hardware.
Yeah, they had the Neo Geo, the Neo Geo Pocket, and they had.
Wasn't there a or was it? It was already color.
I mean, that was the arcade era for them, you know.
Oh, when they were king, essentially.
Yeah, they were churning out arcade cabinets, making boatloads of money.
The Neo Geo Color is a thing.
I was wondering that, but then I thought they were already in color. Neo Geo Pocket Color. Yeah, it was a successor to the Monochrome Pocket.
So there were two pockets. Crazy.
Came out August 99 here. Wow, that's late. Entering markets all dominated by Nintendo, competing with Nintendo's Game Boy Color.
Yeah, you ain't
which
about
came
to compete
out
with Game Boy Color.
When did it come out in the US? Which came
Pokemon
out a whole year earlier.
Pokemon was too strong at the time. Pokemon.
Yeah, you ain't about to compete with that.
Yeah, every kid was watching. Like that was when we got the series, bro. Everybody was watching that. There was not a lunchroom table across the globe that wasn't doing the Pokemon rap.
Absolutely not.
You wasn't, bro. Every lunch table was hitting that Pokemon rap. Crazy.
From Tony USB, the blue camo Neo Geo Pocket was so cool. Talk about this one right here. That's kind of crisp.
Yeah. Okay. Yo, that's.
I kind of remember that actually.
I remember the blue camo. Wait.
That's nutty.
Oh no, I didn't see the see-through one. The blue camo. It was like light blue and dark blue. I remember that.
I do not remember these cartridges. That's crazy.
I don't remember none of this. Look at that. Cartridge, that's nutty.
Ooh. I remember the blue camo Neo Geo. Wow, that's throwback. I just don't. I can't. My memory is just so.
I wonder how much those are going for on eBay. I'll check after.
A Neo Geo. What you gonna do to get an analog?
Would be nice if they manufactured some more.
Huh?
I said would be nice if they manufactured some more.
They said they was gonna release more. Did they ever? Wonder.
Listen, I try to forget about it so I can hurt less because it's so hard to get about
it. Honestly, I don't need it. It's not a need, but it's a want.
It's not a need at all. But boy, the want is real.
Sometimes it happens.
It's really cool. It's a cool device. You can just play like old school Game Boy games and a bunch of other games.
You know what?
Some things are just cool, bro.
That conversation that we had about collecting, this would be my reason. Because I would actually use what I'm collecting.
Yeah.
But you got to be careful because I did go to a GameStop to buy Pokemon Silver. And you remember that's when the day-night system was introduced. And the battery was dead in the inside. And I don't have the screw to undo the cartridge to replace the battery. So I just have a dead Pokemon Silver. Every time I boot it up, I lose my game save.
Oh, that's trash.
It's kind of trash.
But yeah, in any case, SCUM is great.
SCUM is
great.
Oh
yeah. I'm definitely gonna check that out.
SCUM is most likely getting played. Activision,
listen. Win in SCUM?
No, we're not gonna do that. That'll be cool. Activision, we see you. Do better. You starting to do better. Keep it moving. We might play your games again. Uncharted movie, February 2022. We all going?
Bro, I'm in there. Bro.
Well, also, it's a theater only movie, so you kind of have to.
I saw something about that. It's a theater movie, and I saw some Netflix, so we'll have to see. I saw that. And Sony's new patent, changing up the Twitch game.
Oh, well, if it's on Netflix, I mean, shoot, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, if it's going that route,
no,
I mean, yeah, but I don't know.
You don't see it happening?
I'm pretty sure I saw it was theater only, but
no, I did too.
If I can watch it from home.
Oh, if I can watch it from home, I'm watching it from home. Believe it. I just watched that Black Widow just now, bro. Fire, bro.
I've been meaning to watch that.
We're all watching it, hopefully, from the comfort of our homes.
That would be dope. Yo, listen.
If possible.
The movie industry, just stick with the script, bro. Just stay on this wave.
We
don't gotta go to the theater.
Don't rewrite it 7 times like they did.
Man.
It's already coming out.
We hope.
And with that being said, this has been another episode of Trigger Talk TV.
Trigger Talk TV.
Trigger Talk TV.